Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I'm out here checking things, so I thought I'd take you with me like I've been doing. It's a beautiful day, it's sunny. I think it's 37 degrees right now is what it said a minute ago. But it's supposed to get up to 51. Hey, it's unusual to see the mailman going through there. It must not be ours, because they never bring our mail this early. All these leaves, we don't have many leaves in our yard anymore without all these trees. I don't know where all these came from though. From that wind the other day, I'll bet. I need some if I'm gonna make some compost anyway, and part of that out there, and just to like an experiment. So I need some leaves, and what I need to do, I'm behind on doing things. I need to get some. I got a bunch of coffee grounds that I've been saving, and you put like a layer, according to Dan, if I remember right, like a layer of the coffee grounds and then a layer of leaves and then so on and so forth. So I'm going to try that out. It's my friend there, my neighbor. So this is the stump where the stump flowers came from. That's a big old mushroom that was out here. I don't know if it'll survive or not. I need to probably clean it up out here some. Shoot, I don't know if I'm gonna pick that thing up. Yeah. Part of it up. This one, that's one. There we go. I'm gonna pick this one up. All these over here. Now, the chipmunks had them a hole out here, but it's kind of covered up by these leaves, so I don't know if they're using this right now or not. They were out here. That's got a flower inside of it. You can see the blue. I don't know if it's going to bloom or not. This one has one on it too, a little bud. I need to put some of these leaves over here. Look at these mushrooms. I don't know what those are. They're still alive though. Put some leaves over here. Cover up the roots to the stump flowers. I cut it down. I don't hear a train. I'm out here about the same time I always am. See how everybody's looking here. Pretty good. I'm anxious to see how the cauliflower looks when it actually gets cauliflower on it. Yeah, I was thinking about using this little area right here just as a experiment. I've been putting some coffee grounds in here already as an experiment to see how composting will do. And he was saying, if you use food, it could attract, stray dogs or any animal really that would be looking for something to eat. So I'm not going to put food out here. Radishes and stuff. The reason I sometimes don't get things in the picture is because I've got it to where it's facing, you know, this way. So I'm having to kind of guess at where I'm pointing it when I turn it around. So I hope I'm getting everything in the picture. All these I transplanted down here are looking really good. Turnips and beets and Russian kale. A few onions still. There's another little one trying to grow. I don't know if they're growing any beets underneath all that right there or not. They look good, the tops look good. Have some turnip greens. Just looking around. Take y'all with me down here for a minute. Saw a stray cat down here this morning. I think Kitty was watching it because she was in the window. I don't see it down there now. Not many birds out and about. You can see my little garden's kind of small, but it's perfect for me. And I put out enough to keep us in vegetables all summer long and give away tons of them. We're still eating on the tomatoes in December. Let's see how things are looking here. Trying to see if this thing has a bunch of sorry about that. I'm trying to see how dirty this thing is. I may need to clean it up. Yeah. Well, I'll have to do that after a while. That needs cleaned out for sure. Let's see if this has. This one's pretty dry. But this one here definitely needs cleaned. I'll just take that with me. And you can see how it gets stuck if it gets wet. If it gets wet, it gets in there and they'll ferment. They won't eat those. If they do, they'll get drunk, I guess. So I'm gonna have to clean this one out. I'll just set it. I'll set that right up there for the time being. Well, I think I'll show you. Maybe tomorrow I'll go around front for a bit and show you the front yard. I was hoping I would start to hear the train. It must have been through early again. But it used to always be about this time I would hear it. Unless they've changed the schedule or something. Well, I'm going to go in and I'll pause it for now. I'll get ready for story time. Hi everybody, I'm back inside now, and first thing I want to mention is what's for dinner. What's for dinner tonight? I'm going to be, as long as everything goes well and nothing changes as far as dinner plans, I'm going to be I'm going to do a cook with me for my stuffed shells. Of course, you bake them. But here's the shells I got. I got these at Kroger's. They didn't have anything like this. They had the small shells, you know, at I believe it was at Aldi, but they didn't have uh, anything like this. I don't even know if they had the small shells at Aldi. They didn't have nothing we could use, but I had to get these at Kroger's. They were like $1.99 on sale. Couldn't get them as cheap as other noodles and stuff. And then I'm going to use this. Everybody said, a few people told me this was good. And we got this sauce, this marinara sauce. I'm going to be using that. We got that at Grocery Outlet for $1. So I'm going to try that out. We like marinara sauce. And, you know, that's not much different, really, than, you know, spaghetti sauce. But then I'm going to put these. I got these at Aldi for 49 cents. They're basil, garlic, and oregano diced tomatoes. I'm going to put some of them in it. And then I'll have to use a couple of the little 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce to make sure I have enough sauce. And I'm not going to put any meat in it tonight. It'll save money, and it's really good with or without. You know, if you'd like to cook some ground beef or ground turkey with it, that would be fine. But you know, we just, unless we change our mind, we don't even have any thought out because we were going to make it without, because it's very good either way. So I think I'll just go ahead and do it without meat this time. You could also get you a sauce if you didn't feel like cooking any meat up with meat in it. I don't care much for sauces of any kind with meat. I really haven't found one that I care that much for ever. So I just assumed if I was going to put meat in it, make my own. But if you were, I guess if you were looking for something quick and you didn't want to brown the meat and everything, that would be a way to go. I'm sure there's probably more protein in it that way, but we're just going to try to stretch our money a little bit, and that we can use that pound of ground turkey that we would have used in this for another meal, see? So we need to go a few meals without meat because it's kind of expensive. Okay, now let's see what else. I keep saying, and I'm going to write it down, maybe I'll remember better. I keep saying we're going to put our tree up. We need to do that. It's not like it's a big, huge deal. I just get busy doing other things, and I forget practically, basically. Okay, now it's time for story time. Today's this is in Taylor, Michigan, too. A lot of stuff happened there. Well, some places a lot of stuff happened. But Taylor was one of them. And like I said, we had our school was right across the street. That's why Mom and Dad picked this house. I mean, I just walked to school. I mean, they didn't need to drive me, no matter what the weather was, because I could see it, you know, from my house right across the street. And so we played over there a lot. All us kids did, from all over that general area. You know, these days you don't see playgrounds even hardly being used. And from what I've seen, you know, driving by them in the summer, they don't use them like they did when we were kids. Everybody's inside playing their games, I guess, on the videos. Game systems. But so we would always play over there. There's plenty of open. There was like a big, field which they kept cut, of course, around it. A lot of area. I mean, acres, and so we played everything over there. They had the baseball field, so we played baseball in that, and then played football in the field. Played the hockey on the parking lot in the summer, and then of course I told you about the pond were close by, and also there was an area there that would get water built up in it, and it looked like a little pond, but it was just only like that deep, and it would freeze over, and we would mainly just ice skate over there. We wouldn't play the hockey over there because we had our goalpost set up at the other place. But we were over there, and it was summertime. School was out and everything. I'm pretty sure either it was either warm enough to where I'm thinking it was like summer. School could have been in though. I'm not for sure about that. But in the playground there, we were playing tag, you know, and there was a bunch of us. There was probably, my guess is at least 12 of us, 10 or 12. And, we're all running around this and that, and I was trying to get away from somebody, and I figured I would run up the slide, because I didn't figure they'd follow me up the slide. At the top of the slide, like it had like several different slides and stuff, things on it. It was like a little, I don't know. At the top, it had a platform where you could stand on it and look around and go to another part of it or go down that slide. And it had a railing around it, metal, pipes, like railing around it where you could stand there and hold on it or, look around and hold on to it or whatever. And so when I ran up that slide, I was grabbing like the sides of it, running up it. And when I got up to the top, I grabbed a hold of one of those pipes to pull myself the rest of the way up onto the platform. And I had beat that other person. They didn't even attempt to go up it. Well, when I grabbed that pipe, it broke. It broke, and then it came down. I'm like this, pulling it, and it broke. And my weight, I was starting to slide back down when I was a hold of it, and it happened so fast. I could have let go of it, but I still had my hand on it. It still would have hit me. But if you'll look right here, you see that scar? That's where it hit me, that close to my eye. You can see that's my eyes, right? Now, I hope you can see that. I still got the scar. So it hit me right there. I mean, that much more it would have put my eye out for sure because it had a, sharp edge right there. God was with me for sure again. So, any area on your forehead or anything right, in your face right here especially, where it's real thin, as far as not much padding between that and your actual bone. Well, this hit this bone, I'm trying to see it, right there. It hit that bone right there around your eye. Well, what I was getting ready to say is any area like that will bleed really bad. Like the one I was telling you about when I got hit by a rock in the back of the head. And it was just spurting everywhere. Well, this was doing the same thing. It was all over my face. It was all over. My sister was there too playing. It was all over the whole front of my shirt and everything, even though it was a relatively small cut. I didn't know how much of a cut it was. I didn't know what. All I knew was just like when I got hit with a rock, there was a lot of blood everywhere. Well, my sister, she wasn't with me she wasn't stupid enough to be throwing rocks. But she wasn't with me then. But she was playing, when we were playing tag, she was there too. And she had a fit. You can tell when your siblings that they love you. I mean, when something happens, you may fight a lot, but when something happens, you can tell. And we still love each other very much. But I was like, it wasn't really hurting super bad, I just knew that I didn't know what, if it would stop bleeding or anything. I was hoping it would. So we ran back home, which maybe I shouldn't have run. But anyway, we got home and they took me to the emergency room again, and it was too close to my eye. They said to stitch it. I don't know if even these days they would have done it or not. You see how close it was. So they put those what do they call them, butterfly strips on it. They were real small though. They took it and like put it on one side and then pull it like it's pulling it together, and then tape on the other side to where it keeps it like that. Well, this was a bad place for those too. So they would come off. They gave us more of them, or either we got more. I think they just gave us some because they said they might come off, and then we would put another one on. And after a couple days, it had stuck together and everything, and that's probably why it left a more of a scar, is because it was a little bit apart, and it just had to. It just basically had to heal mostly because those things would not keep it together good. But that was something, So, anyways, of course, my parents, my dad was pretty mad that the equipment was in that bad of a shape to where it just broke, So I know he's contacted the school, and they fixed all that before. It wasn't real long. I mean, they probably knew that was a danger to kids. Of course, I was warning any kids not to go up there and mess around with that. After that, I was like the slide police after that, But they fixed it. I don't know if they just took that out or fixed I think they just put like a new railing around it or something, or they changed it somehow and made it more safe. I don't remember. It seemed like some of the other equipment was kind of messed up from use. I mean, we used it, and other, women would bring their young toddlers and everything over there, so you don't want them to get hurt. So I think they kind of revamped a few other things too there. I'm not for sure, but I think they did. But that's today's story. Yes, I did get hurt a lot. I was out all the time in the outdoors. I was all the time doing something. I was fishing, hunting, you know, anything we could do. BB guns. Eventually, I got a shotgun, started hunting and stuff. And I didn't get into the hunting that much because I don't like that much killing them. If you're gonna eat something, that's, I guess, different if you need it for your family and stuff, but I just didn't get into it too much. And fishing, I usually let them go unless we wanted something to eat. We did eat a lot of fish, but usually I would just let them go. And of course, Joy didn't like me hunting either. And once we got married, I just didn't do it anymore. I didn't want to upset her or anything. But as far as I was a good shot, though, I will say that. And I don't know if I should put this one down. I guess I should when I need to write this down. And this one would have to do something with Christmas in a way. Yeah, it did. Okay, I got the gist of it down. I just remembered one. This one will be, I got through next Friday, or well, this Friday, coming up now. I didn't have any yesterday, if you remember. I think it was, I said I didn't have any more. And then I sat there, let's see. So yesterday's was Friday, and then I sat there and thought up, just by talking about different stories. I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I had a lot happen in my life, that's for sure. I mean, it's not really enough for some kind of a book or anything, but it is, it's something that is different for sure. So, I don't think I have anything else, and I keep looking at this little thing. I won that contest from Sharon Charlie's, and I just love this little box. I'm trying to think of what I want to put in it. I want to use it for something, but I just love all the truck stuff. And I had somebody, I think it was Catherine. I was trying to think of who emailed me. I'm sorry if I can't remember all the names. I get a lot of different things, notifications and stuff. But somebody said they were sending me a truck tumbler of some kind, which I love that. I've got that one right now. Joy's using it with her coffee. I love all the truck stuff, and I also like the little. Have y'all seen the campers? You know, the little campers. I think they're cute. What I think would be cute if they show one of these old trucks with the camper from that time. You know, about the same period. That would be cool if you see both of them together. And I don't think I've seen that. Have any of y'all seen that? A truck with a camper? I know they have shown them separately in a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's big. It's going over big. I also like farm tractors. And I'll have one related to a tractor here in a few days. Let me see which day is that. Wednesday. Yep, so that's probably it for today. I can't think of anything right offhand, but I appreciate everybody watching. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I don't know what I'm going to do. As long as we have the shells, the stuffed shells, I will do a cook with me on that. Other than that, I don't really have any plans so far. I know I have enough for tablet time, but I ended up doing different things yesterday. It all depends on how the day goes. So we'll see. Like I said, we'll do something. Hopefully I'll be doing that cook with me because I know everybody likes them. Cook with Chef Mike. That's what a lot of people used to call me. Some still do. That was my nickname. So everybody, I appreciate you so much. Have a good day and God bless.